So hey there everybody, it's Andrew here with Canadian Musician Magazine. We're at East Coast Music Week 2014, speaking with one of the performers and nominees, and all-around good person, Mo Kenney. How's it going today? What's I guess you just got here today, but what's on the docket for you for East Coast Music Weeks from now on?
I have a showcase tonight, the Gordie Sampson Song Camp show, playing at 6:45. And then after that, I'm probably just going to have 1 or 5 drinks and go with some friends. I play tomorrow night, and I play at the gala, so not too many shows, not too crazy.
Not too busy? Yeah. Can't wait for the gala performance. Let me start with this one just because of the time frame that we're at here. I had a chance to see you and Joel when you were with Symphony Nova Scotia at the Pop Explosion this year. For anyone that doesn't know, Joel Plaskett and Mo here were accompanied by Symphony Nova Scotia at the Rebecca Cohn Auditorium. So I think it was 2 of your songs that you had scored for, and you performed a few others, but there were 2 of them that the symphony was with you. I have to ask, when you were going through the process of getting someone to arrange things for them, tell me what the experience was like, and beyond that, I mean, did you find it kind of revealed or gave you any epiphanies as far as like songwriting in general, or just, you know, something about those specific songs that you were dissecting and then also kind of expanding in a way?
Yeah, when I had to pick 2 songs to sing with the symphony, and I just wanted to pick the ones that would sound kind of the most epic with the symphony, and that was sort of easy to pick 2. So I chose In My Lungs and Scene of the Crime. Yeah. So In My Lungs is a kind of, it's a bit sprawling sort of at the end. It gets kind of like dreamy and weird, and I thought that would be really neat to get somebody to chart that for me. And Chris Palmer, he's the guy who did my arrangements. He did a really good job. We were in contact through the whole process of him coming up with the arrangements, and I said kind of for the end of In My Lungs, I was like, I'm into like really weird stuff, so you can kind of go crazy with that, and he was really excited when I said that. So, but he did a really good job, and yeah, that was crazy. I've never experienced anything like that, like playing with classical musicians. It was really I had to like count at the end of that song and make sure I did the right number of bars, so that was kind of weird, but the power that you have behind you playing with a symphony is the most incredible feeling in the entire world, and just hearing my songs in that way was really neat too. Like it just really like brought them to life and made them sound massive. I just felt that was super cool.
We were talking before, and I guess another kind of blast from the past question, but Sucker, we were just talking about, and for anyone that doesn't know, won the SOCAN Songwriting Prize for 2013, so just a little under a year ago now. Just because I want people to check it out, Joel Plaskett you worked with as a producer on the recording, so, and he's a nominee for the prize actually as well. I'm curious, you wrote the tune. Tell us a little bit about the progression of, I mean, you have this song that you're ready to record for an album, and then how did it kind of morph and take shape over the course of recording and with Joel's fingerprints on it to become the version that appears on the record?
Yeah, well, going into the studio recording my first record, I didn't really have any expectation of what the songs were gonna become, because it was all, I had no way of recording anything myself really at that point, so it was all just me and guitar. So definitely Joel really pushed it in kind of the pop song direction, which was really cool, because I never really heard the song that way before showing it to Joel, so it was neat like seeing his take on it, like after I played it for him. It's definitely the right direction to go in. I think I always kind of played it as a bit more of a somber kind of like, and I played it slower like when I was doing it acoustic. So I think he injected new life into it with his production ideas and stuff on that. But it was really cool recording all my songs with him, just because of his spin on things, and it's definitely like a collaborative effort. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, like, I can't compare, you know, the before and after, but I do really think, just knowing his style so well, yeah, I'm a big fan of your release, and I mean, it doesn't sound like Joel, and yet there's just these times where it's like, you can kind of tell that it had that ear. So what about right now? Have you started putting anything together for the next release? And if so, do you have an idea as far as who might be at the helm for production? Do you plan to go back to Joel?
Yeah, actually, we're almost done this second record. Joel's producing this one too, so we're in the mixing process now, and it's been super, super fun. I'm really excited to release this one. So I'll be playing a lot of new stuff here this weekend, and I have a band this time, which will be really fun. It's way more fun playing with a band.
What about, I mean, we just talked about Sucker specifically, but generally speaking, you mentioned a couple things, but what is it that makes the relationship with Joel so successful overall, do you find?
I think that we just kind of click. Like, Joel and I have a really nice kind of musical chemistry together. I find I didn't really have to say too much to him. Like, when I first met him and got in the studio, he kind of he's really intuitive when it comes to that kind of stuff, I think, and he really has a handle on like what I like and like what my style is and stuff. And I find that our styles are kind of similar, and like we like a lot of the same music, and we get excited about the same kind of stuff. So it's just a really good fit, I think, for us to work together, and it's always been really easy. And the lines of communication have always been open. It's just been good.
I've got to ask, I mean, not just related to Gordy's Song Camp, but also, I mean, being at ECMW where there's the conferences and whatnot going on, I mean, the fact you participated in the Song Camp, being one of a very decorated songwriter, and I can say that even after one award, because it's a very prestigious and pretty wide field there. But yeah, so what is it that keeps you going back? I mean, even at a level where you are now and things are starting to happen for you, where you're still finding it beneficial to take part in these things that'll help you grow as an artist and a business person. Is that something that you see kind of continuing no matter how far the profile goes?
Yeah, well, this song camp is the reason why I kind of got my start in music. Okay. So I've made some of my best friends like going there, and I'll always go back just because they get new young Nova Scotian artists in to write, and I will always support that and go back and write with new artists and try and help them as much as I can, just because of how much it's given me. Mm-hmm. So that's something that's really important to me, and I always want to go back. I'm going back this year too, so.
So new record's almost complete. Can you give us an idea as to when to expect it, and maybe just looking forward? I mean, here we are, ECMW, early April. In addition to the release, what's coming up for you the next, say, 3-4 months? Like, what's on the horizon?
Trying to get this record done. Hopefully September will be the release time. That's what we're thinking. This summer I got a lot of festivals on the go, but I'm taking a little bit of a break because I know the fall's going to be insane with the new record out and stuff. And I think come the fall I'll be doing a lot of European dates and stuff like that. I've been in the UK a lot recently, so probably go across the pond a little bit more.
Bang on. ECMW 2014 here with Mo Kenney. Check out the record, check out the first single, Sucker, but there's some great stuff from it, and it's a pleasure talking to you. We're actually going to have a little taste of a tune here in a second as well, so check that out also. Thanks for the time.
Thanks, Andrew.
Now that I look back from the very first kiss, I knew it wouldn't last. I faded from the song to the dance, opened up my eyes, I saw that chance and I took it. And I know that you would hate me, shooting fish inside a barrel, taking candy from a baby. I faded. Stumbling in the dark, I'm not sorry that it hurt when I took your heart apart, 'cause I liked it. I remember how it felt when I fell in love with someone and they hit below the belt. So I hit you, didn't care that you would hate me, shooting fish inside a barrel. It's never been so easy, I faked it. Never you and me. When I said it was forever, I was lying through my teeth. For example, when I said it wouldn't hurt, there was not a chance in hell it was ever gonna work to be true. For the pleasure